and have Krishna on their altar, and Narayan on their altar. Therefore, let me surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offer my obeisances unto Him, who is beyond the conception of human speculation, the mind, activities, words, and arguments, who is the original cause of this cosmic manifestation, by whom the entire cosmos is maintained, and by whom we can conceive of its existence. So she's describing something about the Supreme Lord. He's beyond the conception of mind, activities, words, and arguments. He's the cause of everything. He's maintaining everything. And because of him, we can perceive anything. Let me simply offer my obeisances. Let me simply offer my obeisances, because he is beyond my contemplation, speculation, and meditation. Which words here being beyond speculation, contemplation, beyond argument? It's Sanskrit. Vitarka gotra. Tarka means argument and logic. Vitarka, without logic, just like logic. He is beyond all of my material activities. So she's saying it's beyond me. He's the greatest, he's the maintainer, he's the creator, and he's beyond me to figure out, so I'll just offer my obeisances. Purport. One simply has to realize the greatness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should not try to understand him by any material means, subtle or gross. That's an interesting statement. One should not try to understand him by any material means, subtle or gross. Do we use our mind and intelligence to try to understand Krishna?
Yeah.
So what does this mean? We should not try to understand him by any material means, subtle or gross. Yeah?
We should apply our intelligence and mind to spiritual science with the teachings of the acharyas going forward.
Okay, so you're saying that what Prabhupada means here is that we shouldn't be relying exclusively on our mind and intelligence. We should use our mind and intelligence in the service of the Lord according to the acharyas and the shastras.
Not like mental speculation.
Not like mental speculation. Okay, any other thoughts on Prabhupada would say? We should not try to understand him by any material means, subtle or gross.
Understanding without performing devotional service.
That you can't understand him with those things alone without devotional service. Any other thoughts?
Try to understand by the parampara, also by understanding that you need the mercy of the devotees to understand.
That you have to have mercy of the devotees to understand. I mean, we think about where Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that if you study the sacred conversation, you worship him by your intelligence. And Lord Urmila Devi says that one should use the mind as a hook to capture the Lord. Mother Yasoda, keep that in mind as we go through, and Prabhupada's talking also about what we should do. Mother Yasoda, being a simple woman, could not find out the real cause of the vision. Therefore, out of maternal affection, she simply offered obeisances unto the Supreme Lord to protect her child. So, of course, it's interesting whenever we hear Mother Yasoda or the gopis described as like simple village women, because they're really the greatest philosophers. Like the 6 Goswamis, they're all gopis. But they have this mood of being simple village women. Out of maternal affection, she simply offered obeisances unto the Supreme Lord to protect her child. So she's thinking the Supreme Lord is somebody different from her child. And dear Lord, please protect my child. Just like any ordinary mother is going to pray to God to protect their child. Ordinary mothers do that. So she's also, please Lord, protect my child. Of course, Krishna really enjoys that. He thinks that's really funny. Krishna likes being sneaky and having secrets and having things hidden. Don't we all also enjoy that? So he likes that. Madhisa doesn't know that I am the Supreme Lord. And she doesn't know that even though he's just demonstrated that to her. He's just very clearly demonstrated to her that he's the Supreme Lord. And her reaction is, Supreme Lord, please protect my son. That's her reaction. She's really enjoying that. She could do nothing but offer obeisances to the Lord. It is said, Achintya kalu ye bhavanatams tarkena yo yajet. Mahabharata Bhisma Parva 5:22. We have the word tarka again. Tarka is logic and argument. One should not try to understand the supreme cause by argument or reasoning. So again, we have the same kind of statement. Does that mean we shouldn't use any argument or reasoning?
No.
Is it possible to study the scriptures and apply them without using argument or reasoning? Is that possible?
No.
Bible said, don't repeat just like a parrot without understanding. You have to have some understanding. So again, what is he saying here? I remember once taking some seminars on teaching techniques, and during one of the breaks, the people were sitting around talking about what is the ultimate reality, what's real, what's not real. And I thought, that is mental speculation. They weren't starting from scripture, they weren't starting from revealed knowledge, they were just wildly speculating. I wish I had captured that on video. This is an example of what mental speculation. Well, maybe it's like this. Oh, I don't know. Maybe nothing's real. Maybe everything's real. Well, maybe we're all God. No, maybe there's no God. No. I ran into the same thing in the university. We had a class. We were talking about this last night at what's it called? Ernst and Young in our class there. So I had to take a course in the university on the philosophy of science. What's the philosophy behind research? And they're trying to figure out, is anything real? How do we know that what we perceive actually exists? What is perception? You know, what is the mind? How do we reach any conclusions? And they're all guessing. Maybe it's like this, maybe it's like this.